Hey Barry, I'm gonna need you to not do that thing.
What thing?
That thing you do when
Oh, Colby, it's been so long. I feel like that's like the only quotable thing I remember in this movie for me. Just because it felt like such a real conversation.
right, yeah.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
Her theme music.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another holiday or Christmas month movie.
Right, and I'm picking them, so I made sure this one was more Christmassy than we've fallen into the it happens around Christmas time, but it doesn't have to be there kind of movies. So
Yeah. And you know what? This month we could also do another 5 movie. We're gonna drop another Christmas episode on the 25th.
oh, we get a long month again.
Yeah,
Nice.
so well, sort of. But I was like, look, I feel like we should always drop one on the day of.
That's I like that. I like that.
Yeah, and like we have allowance. We have an allowance for the time for our RSS for our bandwidth, so we got to make use of it, right?
Right, yeah, we're paying for it. We're just lose it.
I know. There's been times where I like, oh, I forgot to upload the episodes for this month, and I've like wasted 2 hours. I could have like, money down the drain. Uh, but yeah, what's it called? Let's. I guess let's go ahead and do the trailer stuff because I always feel like I tiptoe around it,
Right.
and I'm like, and we almost spoil it every time. So let's just go ahead and go to our first section, Mr. Movie trailer. All right, and I was like looking up tips how to do it more like him, and he's like, well, if you don't have a low voice, just get really close to the microphone and just talk in a low volume, and it'll pick up the low tones. So we're gonna try that.
Oh, nice.
All seems fine this Christmas Eve. Nothing should be weighing on your mind. A boss and her employee seems to be heading to an inappropriate situation until a malfunctioning Santa goes rogue. Let's find out how many heads will roll in 2022's Christmas Bloody Christmas. I don't feel like I'm like gonna get low enough, but
It is surprisingly lower when you're close. I felt like you were whispering it right in my ear.
some people are like, "Hey, I didn't like that too much." But surprisingly, yeah. So like, we're gonna be talking about the 2022 Shudder original film that was on Netflix.
Right.
Bloody
And
Christmas Bloody.
it did have a very short theatrical release at the same time. It was, even though it was Shutter released it for like a week.
Oh, nice, for like a weekend
Yeah.
or something like that. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I think Shudder should do that. I'm pretty sure they're only gonna do it like in major cities.
Right. I like it when because there's some things like some of the um Blood and Honey and stuff like that where it was like in theaters for 1 week or some of them were like one day. I think the Peter Pan one was like one day, but yeah, like I do enjoy like for a blockbuster, even if it's like a mini blockbuster. I like to. I saw like Sharknado. They did like a one night only in theaters, and we went and saw that.
That was packed, wasn't it?
It was packed, and it was so much fun because like everybody had already seen it, so it was like yelling at the screen and stuff. It's good times.
Yeah, so like ever since like the pandemic, I've been less inclined to go to movie theaters, but I
Certainly
do
me too.
I do know that there's some movies that you just have to watch it in the movie theater. You want to get that feel,
Right.
and it's almost at this point it's kind of almost nostalgic. You know what I mean? Because, like, when I'm at home, I could just be, like, in basketball shorts and a tank top on my couch and just, like, be fine. I have my kitchen's right there so I can cook whatever.
Right, you're making dinner while you're watching a movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I can pause it and go take a piss without, like, hey, what would happen? Oh, man. But, yeah, God, yeah, this movie, it seems it's by Joe something. Joe Rogano. Now I'm thinking Joe Rogan, and that's not him.
Begos.
Oh,
Joe
Joe
Begos.
Bagos, and he's like doing. I think he's kind of bringing back a lot of these like splatter horror flicks.
Right.
Cause
And this was like all like very little CG. This was like so much practical effects. I loved it.
yeah, and I don't know. Maybe we really do have to thank Damien Leone for that. Because I feel like ever since like Terrifier 1 kind of like went all cult classic on everybody, everyone's
Right.
like, "Oh, we have to go back to practicals like cuz people really love that shit."
Right. Right.
And this movie's a ton of practical effects. And it's okay. So one thing I do have to say about like the cast of this movie is like they look like a lot of great value versions of A-list stars. Like a lot of them are like, oh, they kind of look like this person and that person, and you're like, but it's not. It's like a little off center.
Right. Yeah. I kept thinking that I was like the main actress. She's like kind of like a little bit off Amber Heard.
I was thinking like, what's her again? Maya Hawke, Ethan Hawke's like daughter. Kind
Yes.
of look like her sister or like her cousin or something because they have like
Right.
so similar facial uh, structure. And then like one of the guys I thought was the voice of Mordecai from from the regular show. I was like, is that Mordecai? Hold on, I gotta check this out. The one I feel like the one most famous, recognizable person in here is our Santa.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like in a ton of things.
He was. I see. This is how old I am. He was Kubiak from Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
And he kind of, to me, like it's funny because like even him, he kind of looks like Kane from WWE.
Right.
They
Yep.
had
Yep.
the same facial feature. But yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about this movie. Just because like the movie rundown might be a little bit short. I think we're gonna just talk about the things that we actually really enjoyed of the film,
Mm-hmm.
versus like doing it during like the recap. So, movie starts off kind of almost like a VHS film. It's doing a lot of like little commercial spots
I
with
right.
like
Thought that
with
was fun.
yeah, it
Fun way to
almost felt
start it.
like a creep show kind of like commercial segments.
Yeah.
But then we also end up, well, I mean, I guess it's Shutter too, so it's like they're just kind of doing a little bit of their, because I think they host the creep show on there, so that's cool.
Okay.
And so but we focus on a news segment, or it's like company is under fire because their repurposed Santa drones that are originally from State Defense Department have now started to malfunction and go back to their original programming. And you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, that's probably what this is about. And then we hard cut to, a record store owner girl bringing in some vinyls into her record store during Christmas Eve. While I'm pretty sure this is a small town because if it has that small town feel. Because
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
there's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people at this like random record store. You won't. We're in Vegas. You're not gonna find people hanging out at the Zia Records on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
And everyone's like having a good time. She runs into the guy who owns the toy store, who's looking for a present for his wife, and she's like, "Are you doing some last minute shopping?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know what to get." And she's like, "Well, she has that and she has that. Here, come here, let me help you." And she like gives him like a vinyl that she's been kind of harping about, but she never got.
Right. Yep.
And he's like, "Hey, could you not tell Laura? I forgot what her name was. Laura, could you not tell her that I was here?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's fine." He's like, "I know you're gonna." And she's like, "Well, we're gonna come down to the toy store." And he's like, "Okay, but like, could you not do that thing?" It was like, what thing? Oh my god, it's been so long. And so hard cuts like to the title screen, Christmas Bloody Christmas, and then we go back to the record store, and Tori, I believe is her name, Tori and Reggie,
Yeah. Or Robbie.
or Robbie. Are, what's it called? Tori is the boss of this record store. Robbie is one of her employees, but there's like a lot of tension in that relationship.
Right.
Because like Robbie's like, "Oh, so what are you gonna do tonight?" And he's like, "Well, I was thinking about going to Reggie's and meeting some guy on Tinder." And he's like, "Oh, Tinder." And he's like, "Well, let me see." And he's like, "Oh my god, that's Emmett Eyeliner." He's like, "Who the fuck is Emmett Eyeliner?" He's like, "He has like 4 kids." And she's like, "Oh my
I think
god."
he might even have a 5th one on the way.
And she's like, "Oh my god, she has kids? I don't give a fuck." Because, Tori is very just like aware of what, of the situation. And she's just like, "I'm just looking for some Christmas Eve schlong. I'm looking for his peppermint candy cane."
Yes. Yeah.
And he's, and Robbie's doing that thing that all guys that like their female friend do. And it's a little bit of sabotage. You're like, "Oh, come on, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have like 2 hours of awkward conversation followed up with like 5 minutes of lame sex." And she's like, why are you so upset about this, And Tori's smart, though. She knows that Robbie wants her.
Right. Yeah.
And it's funny. I really do like the dialogue in this movie when they have it, because our main focus in this movie is with Robbie and Tori, and they have the dialogue that you hear like in any of these kind of specialty shops.
Right. Like people who've worked together or like
Yeah.
have been friends and
are in the same niche.
Yeah.
And so Robbie's finally able to convince Tori, like, "Hey, come on, like, let's just, we'll go to Whiskey Pete's."
You've already blown him off 4 times. Let's like make it a 5th.
Yeah. And, he's like, "Come on, like, it's Christmas Eve, like, you can meet that guy another time. I'm not doing anything. Why don't you just hang out with me?"
Right.
And
she's like, "If you just want to get drunk, I'm a much better conversationalist."
But we know as like,
right.
we'll both get a little bit of drunk, and then maybe our guards will go down just a little bit.
Right. Yep.
Oh yeah, it's like such a scumbag, like, kind of hopeful thinking, like, well, maybe if we drink a little bit, maybe we'll hook up. Because that is like one of the things, right? As a boss, especially as an owner,
right? Yeah,
you can't fuck your employees.
Yeah,
it's unless you don't enjoy having that company anymore. So they end up going to the toy store where we meet up with Jay and Laura or Lauren or whatever, and they're having a fun time. They're like, she brings her Tori brings her the bottle that they've been drinking out of, and she's like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, I thought you brought this for me." She's like, "I didn't bring it for you. I brought it to you." So
we didn't drink much of it.
Yeah, like, so we can all drink together. I'm so thoughtful, aren't I? And like it's kind of like a weird conversation, but like cool that they have this toy store again, like small town feels because it's probably like around the year that they made this is probably the year that it's set in.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't really seem like there's any, but our two main characters are very analog heavy,
yeah.
record players and shit like that, and so. But Tori's kind of creeped out by the little animatronic Santa that they have in their store, and Laura's like, "Oh yeah, that's the Santa that's being recalled because like it's like fucking fritzing out on everybody."
Yeah. But she and her boyfriend like to have sex in the toy store.
Yeah.
So, and they're like, so does Santa ever like act up while you're having sex? And they're like, oh, that's gross. Oh no.
No, they're like, no, yeah, he does. He's animatronically like correct. Robbie's like, dude, they have to stop having sex in the store. One of these days, a kid's gonna pick up a toy and it's like covered in cum. What is this white stain? Oh man, but yeah, so they end up like going to like Whiskey Charlie's or something like that. But we do see that the Santa moves its head when it's not supposed to.
Oh,
But we fast forward, not fast forward, but our next scene is in the what's it called, in the bar, and then again another news outlet like, oh my God, Santa's going rogue.
right. And she's like, oh, shut this crap off. It's Christmas. I don't care about
It's
this.
super depressing. And so they have more conversations in there. Like they put on the jukebox. They talk about how like, yeah, when rock bands like cut their hair, they lose all their fucking powers.
It is very like a Kevin Smith talking about superheroes kind of like that's how I felt like he's like oh yeah they're like one person likes Star Wars and one person likes Lord of the Rings and
Yeah.
they're like kind of arguing over it like it's how they
Yeah, it's how they
made
bicker.
it feel. Yeah.
But it's like it's also like it's a very, I feel like that is a very real conversation a lot of people have had.
Right. No, I'm
You
like it just
included.
definitely feels like they've known each other. Like this is like real.
Yeah. No, but like it feels like a conversation real people have actually had. Like you included because you grew up around that time of like Van Hagar,
That,
right?
yeah, especially that one. Yeah.
Soundgarden cutting off his locks for some cool guy tips.
I totally remember when Metallica cut their hair to put out a grunge album.
Yeah. Oh. I know a lot of you felt betrayed. Like, whoa. What are you guys doing? Grunge? You're not grunge. Lead that to Kurt Cobain. And it's so funny, right? But they're winding down to last call at the spot, but then all of a sudden the sheriff comes.
Yeah.
And Robbie's like, "Oh, great, fuck." And the sheriff looks like off-brand Hopper from Stranger Things.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that the actor's Jeff Daniels Phillips. I didn't really recognize him, but he's in a ton of things, and apparently, like he and Rob Zombie are like buds, and he's the Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider in all of Rob Zombie movies. He's like a cop or a FBI agent that gets killed or something.
He has a cop face, you know what I mean? But meanwhile, when they're at the when they're at the bar, Jay and Laura are fucking. They're fucking in the toy store. Which, okay, by the way, I gotta say, they have this like snow machine in there. I'm not fucking putting that on. If like, you know what I mean? I'm not sweeping that shit up. Fucking. Come on, Kobe. If you were, just imagine if when you still had the shop, people were like doing those like little poppers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, confetti poppers. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
One night a year, maybe.
And like Kobe was nice enough that he had a group of like free helpers. There was always. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh,
I did. It was nice. It was the best thing about having a. It was like the best thing about having a comic store. Everybody wants to work there, so like they all work for free.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I would have been one I would have been one of those people anyway.
Right. If you were 10 years younger when you first started coming, if you were like 18-year-old Barry, you would have been like, oh yeah, what you're gonna let me watch the register? All I have to do is sweep the floor every night for the week. Okay, I'll do that for free.
But no,
it's like the intern program.
But no, Santa fucking chops Jay in half, clean in half, because you're like, oh yeah, this is a robot. This is T-1000 strength happening right now.
Right. Yeah.
And ends up killing Lauren as well. But and then it gets out, and meanwhile, at the same time, we're at the bar. Robbie's not having a great time with the sheriff. Sheriff is kind of like, he seems like a no nonsense kind of guy, but he's like also still drinking on the job.
Right. Yeah.
But he's like, oh yeah, just one for me, one for you, and I guess one for Tori and her beau over here. When did you guys start fucking? And she's like, no, vehemently denying it.
Right, yeah, and he could tell that that's what Robbie wants.
Yeah,
and apparently Robbie's kind of been like a little bit of a troublemaker in town, so he's known.
Yeah, and Robbie's not really cool with it, but he's like, all right, I'm gonna head back to the station. We're fucking short-staffed today. Everyone wants to be with their families. Meanwhile, my wife is on the East Coast, and I'm stuck with this fucking dog that I hate.
It's something, and again, it's a totally something else you would hear somebody say in a bar. Like, it's odd. Like all these little conversations, like so 100% like hit the spot real.
Yeah. Like I almost feel like maybe there was like a good chunk of the script where it's just like, this is what you're feeling, just say whatever.
Right. Yep.
And Robbie's like, he's obviously like, it almost feels like they have like an older brother, younger brother situation. That's kind of like what their relationship feels like, because like
I could see that. Yeah.
Me, I would never talk back to a cop, especially one that knows my name. But Robbie's like, why'd you get a fucking dog then? And I was like, I'd be afraid to be like, I'm gonna have to take you in, Robbie, for drunk and disorderly. Oh man, so they end up leaving, but Tori's kind of had a little bit of more in her, a little bit more. Well, Tori's already horny, so
right.
Tori might be like, well, let me drink a little bit, and then this might be okay for me to do. And so
but she keeps trying to shut him down.
Yeah, but she's also like, let's come to my house and you can help me kill a bottle. We know what that means. There's like there's other ways for it in other countries. Like in Korea, it's like, you want to come back to my place and have ramen. And the much more Western known, like colloquially known, the Netflix and chill.
Right, but they're all like hard media, so they're not going to Netflix.
Yeah. So they get back to her spot. She's like, shh, you gotta be quiet. My sister's fucking sleeping. Robbie's like, it's like 10 o'clock. She's like, yeah, her fucking husband's fucking a dork.
He doesn't drink.
Yeah, he doesn't drink, and he likes to sleep at a reasonable hour. Fucking weirdo. And they're in her spot. They're having drinks. The drinks are flowing again. They're playing some like good music, and they're talking about movies. And I was like, oh, this is a conversation I could join in and be like, hey, Tori, let's talk. Because this is where they're flipped, right? Because before, Tori was like, oh my god, all these bands suck after they get their hair cut, and Robbie's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Fucking Soundgarden sounded sick. But now, Tori would listen to this podcast
Yes.
because she's like, oh, favorite alien movie, Covenant, uh, which would be blasphemous to a lot of alien purists. Here, Colby, let me ask you, what is your favorite alien movie?
I gotta go with Aliens.
See, this is
The,
I
the
have to
second
go.
one.
I have to go Alien.
See, I really liked Alien, but then like Aliens, it it was just that like cross the border of horror and sci-fi. That was like the first like real, because the first one was like really like a horror
Well, that
movie
okay.
to me, and I was
Yeah.
pretty young when I saw it. And then that one was I was like high school, and it was like the right age to watch that. I saw it in the theater. I bought it on VHS. It was, it was. I was like, this.
See,
This is. It's scary, but it's also sci-fi, so I can distance myself from being too overly scared.
see, Aliens felt it was for me. Aliens was sci-fi horror, but
Right.
Alien was horror sci-fi. Which a lot of people are gonna be like,
Yes.
"What's the difference?" Well, like the forefront is the main
Right.
portion.
No,
Aliens,
you're 100%.
yeah, Aliens to me felt too much like Predator. Because at that point, like, what's her name? Not Rigby.
Ripley.
Ripley. Ripley was like in the second one. She was already like, she's like, all right, I'm badass now.
Right.
But the first one, she's like, she had to come into that badassery.
And see, I think being a little younger, like the characters were too adult.
Yeah.
But then in the second one, there was some like smart ass character,
Yeah.
Hicks and Hudson, and it was like I could really like, I want to be that person. But the first one, I was like, I don't want to like be in cryo frozen and then have to like go to some planet and become a miner or
Yeah.
whatever
they were
horrible
doing.
job they were doing.
Well,
That
like,
sounds terrible.
so Alien, so like, what's it called? Prometheus is the prequel to Alien. So they're
Right.
going there to check out what happened there. Okay, but let's get back to the and they're like Blair Witch, and she's like, what was it called? Oh, Book of Shadows, bitch. Which okay. So I actually really love Book of Shadows. I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't think I've
Blair
seen
Witch 2. It came out 2000.
it. Oh,
Different director.
Okay,
Completely different
you're
direction.
right. I did see that.
Unfortunately, the director had a really cool like idea that he wanted to do, but then the studio was like, "No, let's do this and this." So it's kind of like a Frankenstein of both. I think it would have been really good to go with like the original directors versus like what they thought was going to make money. It was going to make money regardless because you slapped Blair Witch into there.
Right.
But the second one, it's like so campy. And it's like a little bit of like real world because like that was like really big in the 2000s.
Yeah.
So it was it was actually good. But a lot of people hate it because it was like not of the spirit of the original movie. But yeah, like a really cool conversation. But then they're like, then they make nachos and he puts salsa on the nachos before putting it in the oven, which I was like, dude, what?
It's just gonna soggy up your chips. What is wrong with you?
Exactly. You put that afterwards. What, like, I mean, they're already doing. Okay, I like nachos the wrong way. I want it with that goop. You know what I'm talking about? The convenience store cheese, the Taco Bell nachos.
Yes.
If you're doing it at home, like, yeah. But then they both, like, I guess, kill that bottle of whiskey and they start going at it.
Right.
Tori's probably like, I got enough liquor in me to make this bad idea into a good idea. Meanwhile, Robo Santa fucking kills the family next door while Tori is getting eaten out by Robbie.
Right. Because he's the Tyrannosaurus of eating out. Self-proclaimed.
And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, well, that's not fair. Why you know? Well, I guess like, okay, she was like, all right, let me go ahead get another drink, and then I'll probably blow you. That seemed like to be the idea because she's like, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna go flip the record, take another shot, and I'm gonna come back here and we're gonna go ahead and finish this out.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, when she does that, she hears a scream, opens the blinds, the shutters, and sees the kid next door get fucking obliterated.
Right. Yeah, because after the family, the kid's like in the living room, and he's like, Santa?
Yeah.
Why are you covered in blood? And being a little kid, he thinks it's real Santa, and he gets...
Yeah, he gets chopped in half. I was like, oh, wow, they really went there. Okay.
Right.
Now I got to see the rest of this guy's movies.
This Santa has picked up an axe at the very beginning. It's like the fire extinguisher axe.
Yeah.
And it just like, this is it. This is my weapon of choice.
Oh, man. And she sees it. She starts to fucking freak out. She calls Robbie. And when they open the blinds, Santa's just staring at them.
Yeah.
And so they're freaking out. Tori's like, I gotta go get my sister. We gotta get the fuck out of here. And like at this point of the movie, right, we really only have like 25 minutes left.
Right.
So, I think it's actually a really good way to do it because like one, it's like it's helping you manage your budget. And then two, you're like, you want these people to survive.
Right.
In my head, I was like, oh, Robbie can't die. He hasn't got his nut off.
Right. You're a little like, okay,
invested.
I'm hoping the sheriff gets in here and, you know, he's a good, unique kill. But yeah, like you really get, well, we've seen so many movies where like, you're like, I don't care about any of these characters. I'm rooting for the bad guy just to see, you know, who gets poked and prodded. But here you're like, oh, man, gotta get away.
Yeah.
Meet some strangers we haven't introduced into this film yet so they can kill them.
Yeah.
But you two, Robbie, Tori, run.
Yeah, you guys gotta go and finally hook up. Finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they wake up like her sister and her brother-in-law, and it's a pretty tense moment. They shut off the lights. The brother-in-law is like, he looks like an accountant.
Right,
like a fucking square.
Yeah, the sister's totally like, oh my god,
what's going on?
What's going on?
She,
Be quiet. I'll crawl. I don't care. And the
brother-in-law,
her brother-in-law is like, what's going on? I can't find my phone.
Yeah.
Where'd you put the keys? You know, and they're like, shut up. Santa's outside.
He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I have a 401k. Which, like, no joke. If your company is offering it, take it. But
Absolutely.
Oh god, no. And he gets in there. He's attacking them, and he fucking fatalities the sister.
Yeah,
it is brutal. Like you see the neck bone and everything. I was like, oh my god! And finally kills Mike, the brother-in-law. I think he just chops him up a couple times. It takes a couple because he was like chunky. And I was like,
right.
How did you land that?
Mike, no, like, I'm going to try to save my wife. It's like, oh, you just chopped her? I'm running.
Yeah. He didn't even try to, like, stop the robot Santa from, like, At this point, they don't know, like, the sister and Mike don't know it's a robot.
Right.
And he doesn't even try to, like, fight it. And so they're able to escape through, like, what's it called? I don't know, dude. The houses in this situation is kind of like weird. As like is it 3 floors or something like that? I don't know.
Right, yeah.
But they escape through the side and they run until like what's called Robbie's car finally turns on because he has like an old ass Ford Bronco, which sweet car, I gotta say. Like the old Broncos, sweet cars, man. I'm not gonna.
Right.
I want one, but I want it automatic because I'm lazy. I don't want to do stick shift. Were you drove stick, funny, right?
I did for a long time. And there's like a funny at the beginning. They're she's like, "Oh, your car's a piece of crap," and he's like, "I have the same car as you," and she's like, "Yeah, but I bought mine first, so mine's like the original, and then yours is just crap because you copied me."
Wait, was hers a Bronco too?
Yep.
Oh, I thought her car looked like the Ghostbusters car. Okay. But yeah, no, and so like they run into like whatever a ranchero, which by the way, it's totally the dude's fault for parking half of somebody's driveway.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. And he gets out there, he's like, "Whoa, Tori, that's fucked up. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna call the cops because you guys are trying to get away." And they're like, we gotta get the fuck out of
you get out of here. But yes, call the cops. We need the cops to come because
because we couldn't find our phones."
Right.
And Jesus Christ, yeah, the Santa punts this guy. Like, I think he goes dick first, chops him up. They reverse into a tree.
Yeah.
And God, Robbie doesn't make it. He gets his head fucking split open like a Jolly Rancher. And I was like, no, he was supposed to get some finally. I'm sorry, but I really feel for the dude that's been pining for somebody. Like, he's like, he's been having a crush.
Killed right before it happens.
I know. I guess at least he got a little bit of a taste. Yeah.
Right. You got to eat a little snack.
Yeah. You got a little nibble. Oh man. And then, but thankfully, Officer Davis comes with the shotgun, and he's like, "What's going on?" Throws a couple rounds at this Santo. He He falls over, and he grabs Tori, and he's like, "It's gonna be fine, don't worry." And she's like, "No, you gotta fucking make sure. You gotta shoot it in the head. You gotta do something." And he's like,
right. And at this point, she's also not sure because she's like, "This is the same weird Santa outfit that the
at the toy store
Santa thing was wearing at the toy store. You gotta have one of your officers stop by the toy store because, like, if he broke in there to steal that, my friends were there. There might be like he might have ended up killing them too."
Yeah, he's like, "Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine." He's like, "It's not gonna be fine." No, it was not fine because
it was not fine.
Yeah, he ends up trying to shoot him, but then ends up getting axed too.
Yeah.
And so Tori's freaking. Oh no, the Senate doesn't axe him. He grabs the shotgun and fucking blows Officer Davis away.
Right.
Blood spills all over her too.
But the at this point, like now, the Santa has been shot close to the face, and so you can at least he's got like a green light in his chin, and so it's like now she's sure that it's not a real person.
And now it's
robot.
Like,
oh, this is actually that malfunctioning Santa.
Yeah, and so she runs over it 2 times.
Yeah.
So this is the second time that this thing should have been dead, but we know it's not dead. We still got 20 minutes left in this movie. She runs into like the officer in the ambulance, and they're obviously freaked out because she's covered in blood, driving a police officer's car, and so they take her in, and he's like, "Weston, you and the ambulance go find somebody," and takes her to jail. She ends up being in front of the sheriff. And he's like, "Whoa, that's a lot to take in. Like, and it's hard for me to believe you, but I know there's no way that you would kill all these people."
Right. Yeah. We know you like you didn't kill your sister.
Yeah.
So but that there's a mechanical Santa on the loose killing people. That's
a hard pill.
Yeah.
And dude, this Ron Jeremy looking dude is like super like freaked out, but he's like, Officer Davis has been his partner for the last 15 years, so you gotta understand him.
Right. Yeah. And right? He's ready to be like, "Oh, I'm just throwing Tori in the slammer. Yeah. She's got to be involved in this somehow.
There's blood all over her."
Yeah.
And so like the sheriff's like, "Go ahead, wash yourself off. We're gonna figure this whole situation out." And she's like, this is the first time she's seen herself covered in all this blood, and so
Right.
freaks out, takes a joint, takes a drag, and she hears like Officer Jeremy come out, and he's like gearing up. He's like, nobody's answering. The other sheriffs aren't answering. Weston's not answering. The ambulance isn't answering. I'm gonna go over there and fucking fuck shit up. He's like putting on his like gear. He's taking out
Right.
shotguns. The sheriff's like, hold on, whoa, wait, relax, man. And all of a sudden, from like the distance, you hear the what's it called, the ambulance come.
Ambulance, yeah.
And he's like, whoa, what the fuck? It's not stopping. And explode. It crashes into a couple of cop cars, and they go out to check out what's happening. And the sheriff goes, and he fucking gets killed off screen. Not off screen. He gets thrown onto the screen dead.
Right, yeah.
Oh man, Officer Jeremy is like, he gets got after a couple of rounds go off on Robot Santa, and now she's again freaked out, and she arms herself, and
Right.
and she's trying to call, people. She gets a taser on her too, just in case. No one's picking up. Now this Santa's coming in here. It's tossing over desks left and right, and it does like that horror movie thing where he like stops somewhere, like stops right in front of her. And is like walks by, and I was like, "Come on, you know what's gonna happen."
Right.
And so she tries
work at a movie store. Talk about a horror movie. You know what's happening.
No, she work. Oh, I guess it's like I think the store that she owns, it's like a Sam Goody.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They have like movies, vinyls, and all that stuff. They even had like I think a bar or something like that, right? Like a little, maybe not like a bar, but like a drink station or something.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know what it was. But yeah, no. So she ends up like getting caught, couldn't shoot him. So she ends up tasing him, which shuts him down.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, cool. This is death number 3 for Robot Santa. And so she gets into the ambulance. Unfortunately, Santa's back up. Little short circuit, not going.
Right. He goes down. Quick reboot. Back up.
Yep. And he gets in there, she's driving, and she sees, like, Santa's about to reach her. So she ends up flooring it onto, like, this ghost. This is why I thought this was her car, this Ghostbuster car. And freaking, yeah, tosses him over, or outside of the windshield. He gets kind of, like, shut down a little bit, and then she rams the car even more to slam the car onto him.
Right. And at least pins his arm down.
Pins the arm down, and then she, like, gets up, opens like the fuel valve, and then takes a chunk of her her flannel and then blows the car up. And so she goes after that. I mean, you always assume, right? You're like, okay, I coolly walked away from an exploding car and nothing survived that. She gets into her store,
yeah,
and proceeds to smoke a joint because, like, what else do you do, right? Unfortunately, fucking Robot Santa is not done. Gets up again.
And now we're like kind of like Terminator, where like now 50% of the skin is blown off of, and 50% of the Santa suit, but still got a little Santa hat and half a beard.
Yeah. Now the eyes are like doing that little laser thing.
Yeah.
Oh man. And so she's like, what the fuck? And so she grabs like one of the swords that they kind of talked about in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Because I think someone's like, you can't have that out. That's a real sword. She's like,
it looks like a He-Man sword or something.
And she's like, dude, I gotta have it out. It's fucking dope. And it's like, it's fucking metal, dude. You can't have no fucking foam swords up in here.
Right.
You want this metal ass sword. And so she again stabs him, starts to short circuit, and she's like,
right.
Death number 4.
Sparks all over the place.
Oh man, but I don't know what kind of tech they have. First of all, like, these machines, you're not just repurposing them. Like, no company can just get their tech on some fucking Department of Defense level robots and just repurposing them to be fucking Santa Clauses. It like takes the thing off, and she's like, "Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me!" And then so she's like, "All right, cool. Let me fucking turn on the sprinkler alarm." Its wires are exposed. maybe it'll shut it down again.
Right. Yeah.
So she does, and it kind of what's it called? It sparks all out of control, and we think it's dead again, and it gets back up. You're like, holy shit. At this point, I was like, you guys are just padding runtime right now. Because, okay, so like now it gets its axe back. Unfortunately, chops off her fingers.
Right, the tips of her fingers.
She's like, oh, fuck, dude, that sucks, dude. And then she rips off like one of the like supply or like one of the electrical things and is finally able to just overload it,
right,
you know, and bring it down for the final fucking time. And she, you know, it like explodes a little bit, or like
right, yeah. At least it explodes into pieces, and she's like, I can avoid the pieces if they come back to life.
Yeah. And she fucking crawls out, and it's like morning time.
Yeah,
snowing. And the movie ends with just her laughing uncontrollably. Very reminiscent of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
And the movie ends there. There's nothing at the end, right?
No,
okay.
That was it.
All right, let's get to our other section, high star, low star.
I know, I was like, I gotta watch the end. Maybe at the end, you'll see like Santa's walking out of other toy stores and
yeah.
Oh, what?
All right, let's go to our other section, high star, low star, Kobe.
So we got 10 out of 10 great Christmas horror. If you're looking for an Oscar-nominated Christmas horror, like so many of its predecessors, then this is not the movie for you. Obviously joking, but the way people are rating this, that's what it seems like they're looking for. This movie is an absolute blast. I saw the trailer and I thought it looked awesome, but it totally exceeded my expectations. The acting is actually really good, though. Sure, they say the F word a lot, but that's how a lot of people talk normally. The effects are great. The score is amazing, especially the Lethal Weapon style music after something dramatic happens. And honestly, this might be one of the most enjoyable, fun Christmas horror movies ever.
All right, and then we have 1 out of 10. This was Jingle Balls. Don't believe the hype or glowing reviews about this movie. It feels like a cheap Rob Zombie clone. The effects were cheap. I don't know about that. The writing is bad, and even with the likable cast. Plus, the lead is beyond annoying and highly unlikable. The music doesn't fit either. This is just cheap, nasty, and dirty. From what I understand, this was originally supposed to be a Silent Night, Deadly Night remake, but the writers changed it so much, the studio rejected the script, so it was sold to Shudder. Look, just avoid this piece of trash unless you like Rob Zombie. Look, the Rob Zombie look and feel, but done on a budget of $110, sticky back plastic hopes and dreams. No, I think that's like probably one of the pretty unfair 1 out of 10s that I've ever but like have read in a while, because like no, I don't think the effects were cheap at all. We got a lot of cool practical effect kills in this movie.
Right, I felt like they did an awful lot for their budget.
Yeah, and I actually don't like our main character Tori didn't really like. I actually really liked her. She felt like somebody that we probably would have been friends with.
I exactly, like I was like, this is like the best final girl I've seen in years, probably. Like this, I really thought she brought it. And like I said, I was like, I could have pictured Amber Heard like doing this. Like she kind of had that same kind of attitude, but like, yeah, she didn't let off. And it's kind of funny if you look at her IMDb credits.
Yeah,
she's in like 3 other Christmas movies, but they're all like romantic Christmas movies. So it's like super twist on it.
Yeah, she's like, all right, let's do something different. Still Christmas, but different. I know she's like in another of his movies as well. It's like AFL or something like that. I forgot what it was called. But
Okay.
yeah, I was like, I think I'm gonna watch that one too because I saw the trailer of it and it looked as campy as this one did. So I'm pretty down for that one too. But yeah, no, like yeah, she's like very opinionated. But like it's just like she's opinionated, and I think that's what that 1 out of 10 guy didn't like about her. And like she's not really promiscuous. Like damn, she's just trying to get a nut off. But it's so like I like the joke about the what's called the Emmett eyeliner guy. Because like even Jay was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, you're trying to hook up with this guy? He has like 4 kids."
And it is. It's the beginning's a little slow getting to the horror or the action part, but like it's never a boring slow. It's like a meaningful get to know the characters, like story building.
Yeah,
You know, I didn't dislike it at all. Like I like that part. And so it kind of remind me. I always like say like the movie Drive.
yeah,
Like that movie, like the first half of it's like really slow, but it's
it's
like you're
building
getting to
up.
know. Yeah, and I'm like halfway through it, you're like, what is the hype about this movie? And then by the time you get to the end, you're like, this is my favorite movie of the year.
I mean, yeah, good soundtrack too. The soundtrack really
I,
killed it on that
right,
movie.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's what I was thinking too. When like as I was watching this, I was like, wow, when's something gonna happen? But then I was like, oh, this is actually way better than I was expecting because all that build up, all that slow rolling to really get to like the last 30 minutes of this movie, really made the last 30 minutes kind of worth it.
Totally, yeah. Because you
Because
get so many movies where you start off so hot, and then the end just is like, oh, like that ending would have been good, but like everything else was just better, and then so
yeah,
the end like kind of flopped.
yeah. Exactly, right? Because then you're like you started off slow, and then so like that way at the end, you just like full octane, like all pressure, no
Yeah,
breathable moments for you to really get into. You're just like
right.
worried about this girl, and I was like, oh my god, she never got her Christmas Eve schlong. She's so sexually frustrated right now. But yeah, I think the dialogue was really good because it felt natural. And that's why
Right.
like I mean like again too like this movie is like an hour and 27 minutes or 30 minutes. So it's
Yeah.
pretty short. It also, it feels like a movie that probably could have been like a segment on like an anthology here, a series.
Mm,
Like this could have been like one of their 1 hour episodes.
right.
And so I can understand why like some people would be like, it just felt like bare bones, which I feel like yeah, it was bare bones. But, making you I think the most important part is like what they nailed is like making you care about these characters.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like I mean, yeah, you only do really care about Tori and Robbie, but it's like those are the people you're supposed to care about. Like the moment she talked about her sister, I was like, that girl's fodder. The sister is just robot Santa murder fodder.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody they kind of introduced, and then they're like, and next,
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, okay.
yeah.
But yeah, you knew. I actually like Robbie. He bought it earlier than I expected.
I know. I was like, oh man, and he got it. He got it really brutal.
Yeah.
Cause then, man, you watched his head get squished. Like they didn't cut away from the squishing of his head, and like the eye popped out. I was like, ooh, that's a good kill. That's a good kill, man. And like, but like the only thing I would say that was like a negative for me is like, how many times does this girl have to kill this thing?
It almost became like almost like
Comical.
a running joke
Yeah,
where it was like you
yeah,
said, yeah, it seemed like it's like 7 times she had to kill it before it.
Yeah, because she was like, "Oh fuck, are you kidding me?" Like she almost wanted her to roll her eyes. Oh man, but we're coming up to our hour, so I want to go ahead and thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check all of our other holiday themed months, which is Christmas and Halloween. We got 5 years worth of movies there for you guys to check out for this Christmas season. Well, 5.
We're
5
we're
months,
over 300 episodes or 300 episodes now.
It's crazy. I think we got a what's it called, the email from our bandwidth provider. He's like, "Hey, you guys have more episodes than the average." All right, cool, man, cool.
We win.
And it's gonna be really cool. Today I split up the I split up the intro music with a little bit of Christmas music, so you'll hear it.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool.
Excellent.
But we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have streaming, DVD, Blu-ray, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where you at?
This is easy Blu-ray. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, this is definitely gonna go into Christmas rotation. And it's like fun enough. You could throw it in the background if you're having like a little Christmas party, a little Christmas yeah. But it's you could probably make a drinking game out of it. Like anytime, somebody, you're like, if I see an eyeball pop, I have to drink. If the robot gets back up, you have to drink.
Or what's it called? If you really want to get drunk, every time they make a pop culture reference, take a drink.
Don't be like bad words. Take a drink, because I think they had something I saw had like a little tally that said it was like 487 uses of profanity, which averages out to 5.5 per minute.
Hey, you get fucked up. Oh man, yeah, I would probably also be the same way with you. I'd probably go with Blu-ray with this one. This was fun enough. And it would be nice to see what's in like the little DVD extras or Blu-ray extras about like maybe there's like a little comic, maybe there's like a little prequel, maybe there's like a deleted alternate ending where we do see other Santas coming out of like toy stores or malls.
Right. Easy sequel off of that.
Exactly.
And like the style, the directing style was. I enjoyed enough that, like you said, that other movie, VFH or something, and then Bliss, I think, is another one that he did. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to check.
Yeah. Like if that's in the Ultimate Box Collection, I'll totally buy that.
Oh yeah.
Fun. Like it's a fun. Like I said, like splatter flicks have kind of like died down in recent years, but maybe has picked up because of Terrifier.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of that. So, but yeah, I want to go ahead and thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check all of our links down below where we have all of our social medias. Yeah,
our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X, TikTok, YouTube. We're on everything.
We try.
Yeah,
that's all. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out the theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Music Podcast 3, and the Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.